Looking for a compact smart plug-in module with 2 controllable outlets? Today we're going to set up and review the Inovelli Show Home Dual Outlet Plug-in Appliance Module. Stay tuned. Hi again, John Stone, the DIY Smart Home Guy. As you know, plug-in modules can be an essential part of a smart home, especially if you're just getting started or you're not comfortable with installing wall outlets. In a previous video, we reviewed the Leviton and the GE plug-in appliance modules. Inovelli sent over their Show Home 2-channel smart outlet, this cool pin, and a hat. Thanks, Inovelli. So out of respect, in this video, I'm going to switch out my DIY smart home hat for the Inovelli hat. This is not a paid endorsement, but I did receive the product, hat, and pin for free. But don't be fooled, I'll still be giving an open and honest review. We'll also be connecting this into the Wink Hub, running a few tests, and connecting it into the Amazon Echo. As always, there are informational links to videos and affiliate links for products in the comments below. On the Inovelli.com website, I find that the manufacturer says the device is compatible with SmartThings, Iris, Vera, and others, but I don't see Wink on the list. This is where I'm going to put the Wink to the test. So far, I've not found a device that I can't make work with the Wink, even if it takes a little persuasion. A quick check of the installation page on the site will reveal an installation video. The video says you can use any hub, but all of the instructions are for the SmartThings. A link to this video is in the comments below. So let's get this out of the box. The first thing I want to point out is how much smaller the Inovelli box is when compared to the iHome Smart Plug, GE Smart Switch, and Leviton plug-in appliance module. This is encouraging considering that when compared to the competition, the GE and the Inovelli are the only dual outlet modules. I suspect that the size of the box will be an overall indication of the size of the unit. It's also worth pointing out that the Inovelli is the only 2-channel plug-in module that I've come across. The GE plug is a monster in size, but it only has one controllable outlet. The second is a standard always live outlet. The GE module also rotates the outlets 90 degrees. If you have a low profile electrical plug like this, the GE is a bust. The Inovelli, on the other hand, does not rotate the outlets, so you should be in the clear with most any plug that you'd want to put in this thing. Also in the box you'll find the module and the typical fine print folded paper instruction manual. The look of this unit is pretty cool. For a 2-channel module, the size is very compact, and I'm happy to see that the prongs are set to the top, leaving the top outlet exposed for continued use. So let's get rolling in my new smart home lab and get this thing set up and see how it works. All right, so let's get the module plugged in. Get that into the wall. And I got a couple of lights here. We'll get these plugged in. So the first thing you'll notice is it has this little button right here on the front. If they've done this correctly, then what it means is we'll have manual control and it's not just an indicator light. And there we go. I like that. Little blue light comes on, lets us know that everything's working correctly. So far, so good. Now it looks like one press does both sides. You can see I have a light down here. That's a studio light, and then I just have this little lamp right here. But manual control from the front is pretty good. Now that we have this all plugged in, let's get it connected into the Wink Hub. First thing we're going to want to do is select that hub, add product. Now the scan barcode function will not work, so we're going to go down and do a manual add, come down to lights, and we'll come down to the bottom of that list and we'll select Z-Wave switch. We'll next through all of these little warnings. You're probably going to want to read those to make sure you have everything set up correct, and then we hit the Connect Now button. Now the manufacturer recommends that you press the button on the front of the module 3 to 5 times within 4 seconds. I like to be redundant, so I'm going to do it 3 times and 5 times within 4 seconds. 3 and 5. Give this just a second. Should pop up. All right, and we have success. Click done. We're going to get the obligatory what all you can do with a new light. Say got it. Now, my experience with this module is you're going to want to give this 10, 15, 20 seconds for everything to come in properly inside the app. Okay, now you saw each one of those lights pop on gradually. That means now that the module and the state of each one of the switches is in sync with the Wink app. Now, what you'll see here is we have 1, 2, 3 individual switches, that being left, right, and master. Now, this unit is designed to have single control over both switches. As you remember, we could do the manual control right off the front, turn each item off and on. That's perfect. Now, because this is not supported directly by the Wink Hub, we're going to have to bypass a little bit of the functionality here. But first thing we're going to do is get set up, and we're going to figure out which light is which, so we know this is the right switch. Give it a second to come on. There we go. A little sluggish. And we're going to call that right switch. All right, done with that. And that means this switch here is the other right switch. And I'm going to call that burger. That'll all make sense quickly. Okay, got that named burger. And if we go back, we should have one more there. One is saying new. That should be that light up there. And that we will name when it comes back on. There we go. Edit this light. I'm going to call that ketchup. Alright, now to get the master functionality that we're looking for, again, because the master switch is not supported by the Wink Hub, we're going to come over here and we're going to make a group. And we're going to add a new group. And I'm going to call that group hamburger. And then I'm going to go down and we're going to find ketchup and mustard. I'm going to leave burger alone. We got ketchup and mustard. And that's done. So if we go back up to the top, I should have hamburger. If I turn hamburger off, should do that. Then if we turn hamburger on, there we go. So now I have a single way to control both through the same module there, and I can control them both independently just off the lights. Next thing we'll do is we'll get this set into the Echo. Now, just as we would do anytime we added another smart device into our smart home, we're going to have the Echo do a Discover Devices. Alexa, discover devices.
Starting discovery. This can take up to 20 seconds. Discovery is complete. I found 51 smart home devices.
Now on the Alexa side, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to add that group hamburger because Alexa will not see the groups over on the Wink Hub side. So let's go down here and do an add group, create. I'm going to call this also hamburger. That's done, and we'll do the same thing. We're going to find ketchup and mustard. I have too many devices. There's ketchup and mustard added. That's saved. With that added, I should be able to control each light individually or as a group through my Echo. Alexa, turn ketchup on.
Okay.
Alexa, turn mustard on.
Okay.
Alexa, turn hamburger off.
Okay.
There you go, works like a champ. I told you, I will not be beat by the Wink Hub. So all in all, this is a pretty cool little unit. For an MSRP of under $35, it's about the same price as a GE module. Compared to some of the other modules, it's actually a bargain. I've seen units like the iHome go for almost 50 bucks, but that's probably because they're made of solid gold or something. I also have to give it a thumbs up for the size and form factor. As a 2-channel unit, this is an efficient use of space. Another win is the manual control. Compare this to the single outlet Leviton plug-in module, which has no manual control. On those very rare days when my smart home hub is offline, knowing that I can control the device manually is very comforting to me. The plug orientation is also a winner. Knowing that I can use this with all of the appliances in my home, regardless of the way that plug is formatted, it's a home run for me. And just like I've talked about on the other switches, having the indicator light that tells me if the device is on or off is another big plus. And I think it's pretty cool the way they incorporated it into the switch. All in all, I think the Inovelli hit a home run with the device. Nice to see a startup that'll give the big dogs a run for the money. For more reviews, tips, and DIY videos, visit azhb.com. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click like. Over here are a couple of other videos that you might enjoy. Thanks to all of you that already follow me over on Facebook or Twitter. Both are at DIY Smart Home Guy. Until next time, cheers.